it's like you're, a sea witch or something. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been hitting this all day. It's pretty great.
Oh, my God. We have unemployed Chris, who's a lovely, lovely gentleman.
We love
I wish he'd get
Chris.
a job. Hi, unemployed Chris.
Hey guys, Gina, you're super hot.
Thank you.
You're super cool. Randy, you're a total effing rock star from Mars.
Oh.
Winning!
Kramer, 2012, no means yes, yes means anal.
Yep.
That's right. Tap, tap, bitch.
Okay, can I tell
Covered
you?
all the basics. Thank you, Chris.
For everyone that missed the Heidi and Frank live after-hour show
my
this Friday,
God,
when
you
Heidi and Frank were
totally
walking up
missed
to the
out.
stage, you missed 150 people chanting, "No means yes! Yes means anal!"
I think my mother started that cheer. My mother was in the audience.
Okay. I don't care how you felt about that. I was sitting next to your parents, and I wanted an ejector seat the entire
Really?
show. I was so uncomfortable.
I did threw my mom under the bus, didn't I? Big time.
Oh, you did.
Frank.
Wow.
But it was funny.
It was funny as
seriously,
hell.
because she was right there, and she's so sweet.
She seems like a good sport, man.
She is. She's a great sport. They have my mom and dad have a great sense of humor, and I told them, I don't know if I want you to come to the after hours because I didn't even tell them to listen to it because
I wouldn't.
you can listen to the Heidi and Frank show.
Yeah,
that's fine.
sure.
And we get a little edgy sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, after hours, Mom, I'd rather you not.
Yeah.
And so this is the live after hours. I'm like, oh my God, they're coming into town.
Yeah. I had the exact same conversation with my parents about the difference between the Pretty Good Podcast and the Gina and Randy show, but hi, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about masturbation soon.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, Frank all of a sudden is talking about jerking off all over the shower, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting right next to them. Oh my God.
I could kind of see my mother because you guys were in the back booth, and I could kind of see her, and I was pointing at her.
Oh my God.
I mean, as far as you sitting next to her reaction when I talked about jerking off in the shower when I was younger, what was her
I
genuine
have to give
facial
her a lot of
expression?
credit, though she was the color of a vine-ripened tomato.
Yes.
She had a big, huge smile, and she was clapping
Absolutely.
the whole time.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
a great sense of
She's the
humor.
best. She's an absolute angel.
I think your
amazing.
dad was the one that was really swallowing a lot of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't really expressing himself as fully as
There's
your
a lot
mother
of
was.
teeth grinding we could hear from across the room.
Yeah.
Now, this whole conversation that Heidi and Frank had about masturbation when you're a child really, when you're a teenager, it really affected me in a way that you said something that sparked something in my mind I never thought of before.
Oh, boy.
Because you mentioned how the mom always has to pretend she doesn't know.
Right.
And you'd send her the sticky tube socks and
The
imagine
accordion
they appear.
tube sock, yes,
Yeah.
I think you put it.
Just rip that thing apart.
I can remember being 15 years old, and every once in a while I would accidentally leave it on my bed sheets, and I thought it magically would clean itself, because when I would get home from school, all of a sudden the bed sheets were clean.
Oh.
I didn't realize my mom was cleaning the bed sheets
And your
every
mom
day.
isn't exactly a wilting flower that won't talk about any of this. So I can't believe it never came up.
It never came up, but eventually,
She's a good
especially after I
woman.
turned 18, it was every time I would go back to my room, it's he's going to masturbate.
Oh, my God.
Lock the door.
She would yell that? She would actually say, he's going to masturbate.
Well, I mean, I never got to bring girls
That's
home, so this
awesome.
was like the second best thing.
Yeah.
Hey, he's going home with Lefty.
Yeah. So we still have jammed lines, but I know that we have to take a quick little
Thank
break.
you guys for coming to the show, though.
We are so
Thanks
excited
for
to be here.
having us.
Excited to be
Seriously,
here
you're my
every
special
single
guest.
Sunday.
Thank you for having us.
It was
And
awesome.
The drinking
No,
has just
good times.
started, by the way.
Yeah, don't forget, you can call here, 888-520-4374, right here to the Toad Up
If
Studios.
you're bummed out of your mind on Labor Day, we want to hear from you. When we come back, we've got some amazing stories about the boozes that scarred you for life.
Hey, I'm the boss. Fuck taking a break. Let's just keep partying.
Hell
You want
yeah.
it?
I'm kidding. Let's take
All
a
right,
break. I gotta piss.
whatever you want.
I gotta piss.
You go. Boss is gonna go piss. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
If you want to talk to Gina and Randy, call 888-520-4374. Or just sit there and yell at your computer. The Gina and Randy Show on the Toad Hop Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gina and Randy Show at the Toad Hop Network. Don't forget, you can call us. The lines are still full, but we'll get to those right away. 888-520-4374. 888-520-4374. Don't forget to follow Toad Hop Network on Twitter. Twitter.com/Toad Hop Network.
And check out the Toad Up Network for all the amazing new shows that are out there. Frank Kramer is powering all
amazing.
the entertainment you're ever going to need for the rest of your life.
It's true. It's just get it right off your little iTunes computer, a little subscription there, and you are good to go. So Frank is double fisting it. You have your trusty friend Corona and your
Yes.
trusty friend Omicron.
No, I knew my new friend Omicron.
You're going to fall in love with that friend. Now, In the last 6 months since I've had one of these, let's see, I've taken it to the Forum. I've taken it to every bar I've ever been to. I've taken it to my job. I've taken it to Heidi and Frank Live After Hours, which I smoked it the entire time.
Next to my mother and father.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was
were just
perfect.
like, oh yeah, somebody's having a grape drink. Like, you don't know what it is at all.
Nobody knows.
But
Nobody
obviously,
cares.
I mean, if you have it like this and no one can smell it,
No.
that you smoke a lot more than you ever did.
Yes.
Now, after the amazing after-hour show, there were a lot of people standing outside and just partying, taking pictures, having a great time. And Gina and I had a once-in-a-lifetime experience. They understand happens at a lot of Heidi and Frank shows. A lot of former Heidi and Frank shows, too. We met Carl Jr.
Oh, Carl.
Carl Jr.
Carl Jr.
man.
is a lovely man. He looks like he's probably a $1.25 wet. And yet, he can bench press 2 Randys. You know
Pretty
how
much.
we know that? Because he did it.
This guy gave me a 1.5-minute long piggyback ride.
He did. And then when he made me jump on him, he started like step dancing with me, like on his like.
This
I
man
was like,
is
what?
all leg power.
Yeah.
It
This guy
is
can-
amazing.
He's like,
incredible.
I'm like scared to death. Like, dude, if I hop on you,
You
you're
just did
gonna
a show
die.
for the
You
video,
understand the
right?
right? It's like, dude, I can squat 500 pounds, no problem. He could almost toss me in the air. He was so strong.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I can't even imagine what he did to you or
was-
how you felt.
it was very
afterwards,
erotic.
because
Was
he
it
was
erotic?
also
A little.
Well, he's also exactly Gina's type.
Well, one of my types.
Skinny and black?
Sort of, yes.
That's her type.
That's one of my many types.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
The skinny black guy?
I mean, black guy.
She likes ambidextrous.
Yeah, I pretty much have a favorite type from every genre, every cultural
Well,
background.
her main favorite type is gay, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's pointless for me. So, but he's a very attractive man. Looked a little gay, but wanted to make sure that we all knew he was
here's
not.
the greatest moment is we're standing around talking about how he can do all these amazing squats, and Elijah takes this moment to introduce him to one of our gay listeners.
Why did you do that?
And then the second he
After
realized he
you-
wasn't
yeah,
gay, Elijah
no.
backed away in a way I have never
Elijah
seen him
knew he
scared
wasn't
scared
gay
in my
Yes,
life.
because
I did.
Elijah had already yelled at him.
Yes, I did. I gave him a little bit of a shout in because he decided to kind of say he was no homo right
Yeah,
before. And I have
Elijah
a problem
hates
with the
that
term
term.
no homo because I'm like, do you really need to say that before you preface any kind
Frank,
of thing that may seem
Are you familiar with no
remotely
homo?
gay?
Like,
What is
oh, I
no
really like
homo?
your shirt. No homo.
It's a black thing, which is embarrassing. Where a guy will be like, "Hey, yo, dog," like he'll talk about maybe his favorite quarterback, like, "Hey, my quarterback, dog, he's like the greatest ever, dude. I gotta say, he's like the best thing I ever saw in my life, man. No homo." And I'm like, I didn't think you were gay for a second.
oh my god!
And it
so
gets
good.
on my nerves. And he did the same thing because he said, "Hey, we used to hang out in the gym, dog. And we sometimes we dance together and all that. And you know, but I'm not gay."
And then
That's why
Elijah
I'm not gay.
fucking went after him. Ironically, ripped him a new asshole. And then
That's
went
a
to
white guy thing, though, because whenever we talked about our quarterbacks, we thought of each other fucking them in the ass. So the black guys had to come up with no homo, because the
Pretty
white
much.
guys were thinking, you know, I totally picture this.
I tap that.
I wonder if Chewy has something to say about this out in Miami. Oh, nothing. What up, Chewy? Yo.
I gotta say first,
Yeah.
happy birthday to Frank.
Got
Thank
it.
you,
That's
Chewy.
right. You
Got
doing
it.
a shot?
Pay
No,
respects.
I don't drink.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you're
I'm
fun.
one of those lame fuckers.
That's awesome.
But I have to say, his birthday being the 5th is also my little girl's birthday. So I guess now I gotta go to her party, right?
How old is she?
4. She'll be 4.
She won't remember. You don't have to go.
Frank, do you want to keep your little girl from dating the meanest fucking assholes for the rest of her life? Be at that party.
Be at every party she ever has. Be at every event
Don't
she
forget.
ever has.
Don't
Yeah.
forget anything. Don't forget little graduation.
Oh, my God.
She's going to graduate from kindergarten, and you're going to think, what's a big
Whatever.
deal?
As Chris Rock has
You gotta
said,
go.
your job is to keep that girl off the pole, which means you show up to shit she has to do.
Because she's going to finally go to, fucking rehab, and they're going to say, what caused this? Oh my God, I just remembered when I was 4 years old, my dad didn't go to my birthday! And it's going to be your fault.
I see it this way. If I'm a big enough asshole now, by the time she's 18 or 16, whatever, she'll want a nice guy.
Exactly. Opposite of daddy.
No.
it doesn't work
I
that
think
way?
women end up with their dads. If you're a huge asshole now, she's going to date a huge asshole.
Yeah, it ruins it for guys like me. So thanks a lot, Chewy.
Yeah.
I try. And Gina, I'm still mad at you too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a very small but pissed off crew of Floridians.
Correct.
That live in Miami, and I was in Miami, and I didn't say I was in Miami. So I apologize, Chewy, and I would love to make it up to you and give you a great big hug sometimes.
And it's nothing against you, Chewy. It's just she doesn't want to post on Facebook she's out of town for a week so she gets robbed.
Yeah, somebody takes that new Connect, I'm going to be super sad.
I know it's a vacation. I mean, it's no big deal. But Jesus Christ, you do it again.
No. This is my mulligan. I swear to God, Chewy. I will never pass through those state lines without giving you a big wet one.
Chewy, she made me so jealous about her trip to Miami. I'm going to find a way to get us back to Miami because I want to experience warm beaches. I don't know what that is.
You got a Cuban man thing, too?
No, but they have a Gina thing. Thank you, my dearest.
Everybody's got a Gina thing.
No, that's not true.
Oh, it's true.
God bless you, but it's not true. In L.A., if you don't look like a 10-year-old male Korean gymnast, nobody wants anything to do with you. They want, straight down, up and down body, I do a flip. They don't want, girls that look like girls.
Well, she talks
Gina
like that. I understand why. Because, I do a flip. That's what she says I'm in.
Gina noticed that in Miami.
I will look right over you, Gina.
She could actually go.
I do flip.
Gina could actually go to the bra stores in Miami and buy bras.
Oh, I got cute stuff, not we have this neon number and this lace and what size are you? Go over there, they're by the fucking trash bags or whatever.
They had your style up front.
Yeah. And all the dudes were so into me because it's a very, super masculine and super feminine city. Just this archetype.
And you're super feminine.
And I'm super feminine.
Seriously, put an S on those chests.
Gina's at one of these amazing clubs in Miami. She's at a bar, and a guy comes up to her who is really charming the pants off her until he says a line that ruined his night.
I wasn't going to.
All right.
Tell me. You go, Gina. In fact, Elijah, could you reload our shotguns?
Where's that shotgun?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to touch it. So here's the deal. We were at this place called Mangoes.
Way over there.
No, he's way better at this than I am.
Away from everything
so
valuable. It's hooked to electricity.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I love you.
I love you too. So I'm at this club, whatever. This big black dude comes up to me, and and he's so cute. We're watching the dancers on stage. He's like, "Hey, that's gonna be us," and I'm like, "Okay, funny, whatever, cool." So we're talking all night. He's super sweet. He's like a physical therapist. He's visiting from New York. He couldn't be more charming. He's being so great. And then the mistake and Elijah, I'm going to call your people out on this. I'm so sorry. That a lot of African American gentlemen make actually
Dumb
quite
blacks.
the opposite. That was Elijah. All of a sudden, we're having this kind of, super nice conversation, and he finally just falls on me, puts all his weight on me, and slobbers in my ear. I can't, your pussy is so good right now. I was like, it just shriveled up. And
you know what?
Right back inside.
Really?
Frank.
Because if it was me, and some woman just been like, I could suck your dick so good right now. All right, check, please.
Yeah,
really?
But for a girl, especially a straight girl, the last thing she wants to hear is about that act until you're about to do it.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Really?
Yeah, girls aren't like that. Girls aren't like dudes. Really?
Because the first thing she thinks about when he says that is not, that's so hot. It's that, am I even
am I ready for
now
this?
I gotta go to the bathroom and clean up again. Do I have a douche in my pants? I don't even have a douche in my purse. What am I gonna do? I don't know now. I'm not even totally shaved. It's like a whole pressure thing.
It's going to be like kissing Willie Nelson with smoker's breath.
Exactly. And Gina's broken.
And I would like to know exactly who you think you were impersonating, because it's not me.
No, but is that the concern?
Subconscious.
I think he nailed it. Is that the concern?
Douche? What is this, 1985?
Well, I don't know what you carry in your purse.
My diaphragm.
I don't want to say your Vagisil.
No, they don't.
People still
There
douche?
are other ways.
I still see douche commercials.
Well, they're not for anyone younger than 50.
Well, what do you use?
Why do 50-year-old women douche?
Because they were told they're programmed to douche by their douchey mothers when they were children. So they're like, I got to douche. But there's other better ways to
But
make
something has to happen for you to say, I think it's time to douche. I mean, it's not
If
like
somebody
on my
else
50th
tells
birthday,
you.
people give me douches instead of Omicrons.
In general, the question that the guy asks you,